Hello and welcome to the News by Standards. The parents of the girl who died after inhaling aerosol deodorant want clearer product labelling to warn people of the potential dangers. Georgia Green, who was 14 and from Derby, had a cardiac arrest after spraying the deodorant in her bedroom. Her parents have since become aware of other young people who accidentally died after inhaling deodorant. In response, the British Aerosol Manufacturers Association, BAMA, said deodorants have very clear warnings. By law, aerosol deodorants must be printed with the warning, "Keep out of reach of children." However, Georgia's parents said the writing was small. They believe many parents buy deodorant for their children without noticing the warning. "People don't know how dangerous the contents of those tins can be," said her father Paul. "I would like it so that no one else in the country or the world would end up having to go through what we've personally gone through. We don't want our daughter's death to be in vain." Georgia was autistic and her father said she liked to spray deodorant on blankets as she found the smell comforting. "The smell of it gave her a certain sense of relaxation," said Mr. Green. "If she's feeling in any way a little bit anxious, she would spray the spray and it would give her a sense of comfort because it's a deodorant my wife used." Georgia's older brother found her unresponsive in her bedroom on the 11th of May 2022. "Her door was open, so it wasn't as if it was an enclosed environment," said her father. "The exact amount of deodorant isn't clear, but it would be more than you would normally spray." At some point, her heart stopped as a result of breathing it in. An inquest was held into Georgia's death and the coroner recorded the conclusion as misadventure. Her medical cause of death was unascertained but consistent with inhalation of aerosol. According to the Office for National Statistics, ONS, deodorant was mentioned on 11 death certificates between 2001 and 2020. However, the actual number of deaths is likely to be higher than this due to the fact that specific substances are not always mentioned on death certificates. Georgia's death certificate referred to an inhalation of aerosol rather than deodorant. Butane, the main ingredient of Georgia's deodorant, was recorded as having been involved in 324 deaths between 2001 and 2020. Propane and isobutane, also in Georgia's deodorant, was mentioned in 123 and 38 deaths respectively. The ONS said the substances had been linked to a number of deaths, noting the inhalation of butane or propane gas can lead to heart failure. The Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents, ROSPA, said a number of people had died after overspraying deodorants. Ashley Martin, public health advisor at ROSPA, said it's easy to assume they are completely safe and totally free from risk. The truth is they're not. Inhaling large quantities of aerosols, not just deodorants, can lead to a whole host of life-endangering scenarios, from blackouts and breathing difficulties to heart rhythm changes and, sadly, death. There's a common misconception that fatalities from aerosols only happen in a substance abuse scenario, but this is absolutely not true. We've seen a number of fatalities over recent years where children and young adults have oversprayed aerosols, from teenagers conscious of body odor to children seeking reassurance from familiar smells. Georgia's parents said they had come across some of these cases through their own research. They include 12-year-old Daniel Hurley, also from Derbyshire, who collapsed and died after spraying himself with deodorant in a bathroom. That was in 2008, but my daughter died in 2022, said Mr. Green. The awareness still isn't where it should be. More recently, 13-year-old Jack Wapple died in similar circumstances to Georgia in 2019. His inquest heard he sprayed a deodorant if he felt anxious when his mother left the house as it smelled like her. What warnings are currently printed on aerosol deodorants? By law, aerosol deodorants must be printed with the warning, "Keep out of reach of children." Most aerosol deodorants also have a warning that says solvent abuse can kill instantly. This is not a legal requirement, but it's a recommendation by BAMA due to the risk of people inhaling aerosols to intentionally get high. Georgia's parents believe the warning should be changed to "Solvent use can kill instantly," because Georgia was not abusing deodorant. Aerosol deodorants must also contain instructions on their correct usage, which are written following risk assessments carried out by the manufacturer. For example, the instructions might say used in short bursts in well-ventilated places. If an aerosol deodorant is flammable, there must also be a warning about this. BAMA said in a statement, "The British Aerosol Manufacturers Association takes very seriously any incident involving aerosols products, and we were deeply saddened to learn of the death of someone so young. As an industry association, we work with manufacturers to ensure that aerosols are made to the highest safety standards and are labeled with very clear warnings and usage instructions, and recommend that anyone using an aerosol does so in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. We also recommend applying a number of additional warnings and usage instructions beyond those required by regulation, and continue to review these to encourage the safe use of aerosols."